make a wait kariya. Good afternoon, everyone. We'll wait for a couple of seconds, then we'll start. Okay, ଆମେ ପଢୁଥିଲେ କ'ଣ? Organizational development, OD. Organizational development କ'ଣ? ତାର concept, ତାର characteristics, ତାର nature ଆମେ ପଢୁଥିଲେ. Any organization, it will go through some change. A change in their culture, change in their policy, change in their production, change in their strategy, manpower. And why they need change? Because to go to the next level, to improve something, change something, you cannot avoid. You have seen many changes in your life. Change କଲେ ହିଁ ଜଣେ ଉପରକୁ ଉଠିପାରିବ. Then organization is going through those changes, and its change is not easy, that we all know. If you bring any change, it's not easy. Similarly, in organization, if you make any change, there will be resistance, there will be people who will against to that change. We also studied that what is the reason behind it, why people don't want change. And we are going to discuss some theories today. We have started that concept. What the theory, why changes required in the organization, and how we prepare the organization to accept the change, to make any change. All these things. Need for change organization. Changes are needed because they are being for the betterment and growth of the organization. If you do change, then only organization can go to the next level. That means changes are required. You cannot avoid any change. Changes are inevitable. At the same time, changes are not easy. For any change, you have to make a lot of plan, lot of effort has gone. We studied the resistance to change. लोग काहेंगे रेजिस्ट करते काहेंगे मना करते काहेंगे चाहते नहीं चेंज करने में and broadly the resistance are two types, organizational type and individual. Individual means the people who are working in the organization, so people related, person related. Organizational means the Organization itself not ready for change. That is organizational resistance. Suppose, suppose you want to bring a bigger policy change or bigger process change. The existing process is not well versed. People are not using properly, not are implementing, and you are talking about the new version. So that means organization is not ready. If you change the new version of the process, then people will concentrate on that. People will not concentrate on production. So you will lose your time. If you lose your time, the production will hamper, so things will be damaged. The company will go through losses. So you have to prepare all these things. That means that is organizational resistance. Organization is not ready. Similarly, people are not ready means whenever someone is not willing, not interested, or attitude is not supporting with the change, or someone is not very comfortable with the existing process, not willing, not interested to not learn a process or do something new. So that those kind of things are individual resistance. So as a person, as an individual, people resist. There are two types of resist. Causes of resistance changes. Why people don't want to change? Because there are several causes. Where communication is not good, emotional factors. There are so many factors where people don't accept the change, don't go with the change immediately. They don't trust communication, unrealistic timeline. We have discussed all these things. We had discussed a different model. The first one we discussed, Lewis theory. Uh, the theory, the principle says first we have to unfreeze, then change, then rephrase. It is unfreeze, then change, then rephrase. Unfreeze means you are making aware of everyone. What changes you need to do, how you are doing to, what is the impact. So you are informing everyone. That is unfreeze. You are making yourself ready to make any change. Then you are actually changing, acting the one. That is actually moving to the change, actually doing the change. And freezing, rephrasing, once the change is applied, you are not following the old model, you are working on the new model, the changed model. That is rephrasing. So you freeze, you have done, you already tested, it is foolproof. Whatever changes you are doing, things are tested. So you are going to rephrase it. So that you are going to use and the older one going to forget. So that model is Lewis change model. Another model is action research model. Action research model is, as the name says, so you have to research, you have to see what is not working, you have to identify the problem, then you have to act on that. You have to fix and change. Suppose something is not working, your sales process is not working, your production process is not working, or your salary system is not good. So you have to introduce a salary, let's say. So for that, you have to analyze that piece, whatever is not working, whatever you have problem. Then you are seeing the impact. There are so many things you are analyzing, you are brainstorming, you are seeing the impact. Then you are doing the change on that part. That is action research model. You are doing the required research and taking the action on that. Positive model. Another model is positive model, where you are only thinking the positive part of the existing process. You are not analyzing or discussing the negative part of the process. Suppose something is working well, your company is doing something good, and there is one model, one process is very much people are satisfied and working well. So you can enhance and focus and give more time on that what working well. What is a problematic area or something is not working, you don't need to check that. A positive model is you are actually working on the positive part of the what the company. So you are not thinking about the negativity, negative part, or something has a problem, something is not working. You are only identifying the best thing, whatever the working, then you are trying to enhance and implement them across other department. That is positive model. So we have three plant model, three theory, low change theory, action research model, position, positive model. Each of this theory has different significant, different uses and different purpose. But the main purpose is to bring change, how you can accommodate change in an organization, how you can provide, how we can make the organization, make the people ready for the change, or how we can provide different change model system to the organization. So in different steps, each step has the data collection, review, and implement and review. Finally, once the change is accepted and implemented, you have to appreciate, you have to praise, you have to appreciate the team, the person who is involved in the change, 100%, or who has done a lot of things in that process. So these are the three theory of plant change. Unfreezing, moving, referencing, this is a Queen theory. Action research model and positive model, we saw that stages of positive model are first initiate, then initiate best practices, discover the theme, envision a preferred future, design and deliver way to create the future. So there are different stages, different steps of the action research model, of the positive model. Each step, each steps are different process, different definition, different activity involved in each step to improve the organization in from one stage to another stage. Organizational diagnosis is a technique used to check an organization current health, how organization is doing, it's doing good or bad. So you have to make some sense, make some diagnosis. That means you are identifying the organizational behavior, organizational development behavior, how organization is doing. You are identifying in different source. So that is known as organizational diagnosis. You are actually investigating and researching the organization and understanding various aspects of it, how organization is doing. Let me see your syllabus. Yeah, this is the syllabus we have discussed in the first class. So there are different units, one, two, three, four, five. In the first unit, we discussed different schools, so what the management function. In the second unit, we discussed different behavior of the human psychology, motivation theory, how a person is motivated, what are the different motivation theory and different models, different science, different techniques of motivation theory. In the third unit, group dynamics, we discussed more about groups and team, team development, how different groups, different teams are performing, what is leadership, what are the concept of leadership. We discussed all these things. Leadership style, what are the different types of leadership, theories, contingency theories, see Hardy and Blanchard theory, situational theory, managerial grid. Managerial grid, we understood that Likert force system of leadership. We tried to understand this type of leadership in the third unit. Fourth unit, we study different aspects of human psychology, interpersonal and organizational communication, concept of two-way communication skills. What is communication skill? How it is benefiting? What are the different advantages? What is the process behind communication? What are the different channels? And how you improve your communication? Types of organization. We studied all these things in the fourth unit. Concept of two-way communication, one-way communication, communication process, banner to effective communication, types of organization, improving communication, traditional organization communication. In the last unit, what we're discussing now, organizational office, we understood different types of organization, dynamic and management sources, patterns, levels, and types of conflict. Why in organization different types of conflict arises? What are the different types? What is the reason behind the conflict? Why all these conflicts are arising in the horizon? What is a positive conflict? What is a negative conflict? What are the different types of conflict? Sometimes the positive conflict are encouraged. And suppose both the team, both the work are fighting, but for a common reason, but for a better solution. So those kind of things are positive feedback, positive conflict. When the outcome of the conflict is something going to help the organization, so that is known as positive conflict. What are the different reasons for conflict? What is the resolution of conflict? We studied that functional or dysfunctional conflict. What is the resolution of conflict? Then the last thing is organizational development. What is organizational development? When organization is going through different change management is something is a very key part and important section in organizational development. If you talk about organizational development, that means you are talking about change. Development can happen, only thing you have to change. You are changing your society, you're changing your people, product, process. So a lot of things you are changing, and this change is actually resulted in organizational development. First, we read about concept, what it means, what is the main idea behind it, then need for change. Why organization is going through change? If you do change, take the example of you or your village or your city, town, wherever you're staying. So you are seeing a lot of changes. If you do any development, if you grow, if you want to grow, then definitely you have to go through changes. A lot of changes are in place. And like communication, so there will be resistance. This also we discuss. What are the different resistance of when something we are going to change? At your family, suppose you are going to change the furniture, change the sofa. Then someone from your family, no, let's not do that. We have a better sofa. So there will be resistance. So your job is to convince and make them understand why a change is required. If you have a better sofa, maybe you can attract many people, or your profession is actually looking that. So you can convince in some way. So why you need change? The need for change is something you have to convince. Resistance. Your plan change. Your plan change what we studied. Organizational diagnosis. OD invention. Diagnosis is something the organization is sick. You are diagnosis. You are actually observing what is the problem. You are actually investigating and observing what is the problem. Why the organization is sick. So we are discussing all these things. Well, this one, what is diagnosis? Organizational diagnosis is a technique used to check and organization current health. Means how the organization is doing, what are the different objective, what is the current health, how the organization is earning or performing nowadays. A complete diagnosis is not only check the current health but also suggest corrective measures. Means once you are changing, suppose looking at the trend, if the OD practitioner or whoever the expert in OD tells that your current organization is going to collapse after 3 years. That means why? Because he is looking at the trend or he is something that I heard. He has to convince it. And for that 3 year, you have to make plan what you have to do, how we can revive the shape problem. So all these things are coming under organizational diagnosis. Diagnosis does not mean that you are identifying your problem. Sometimes you are observing what is going to happen in the future and you are recommending the corrective measure. It is organizational diagnosis. You also known as organizational development OD. What is organizational development? Organizational development intervention are program and process designed to involve the organizational functioning. These inventions aim to create activity that change leadership style, organizational structure, or behavioral pattern. That means when you are changing anything in your organization, so you are making a change in the people, process, and production in different manner. Suppose you are hiring new people, you are hiring some new leader. A lot of things will change. Or you are changing your leadership style. The earlier leader was doing management or leadership in a different style, and the leader, new person is doing a different style. The people who are working used to that earlier leader, they have some problem to accommodate with the new leader. So that kind of changes are organizational structure, behavioral pattern. Behavioral pattern means when when someone is behaving and differently, negatively, you are changing the pattern, changing something. And you are observing that someone is behaving rude or someone is not listening. So you have to employ and work in that way to accommodate those kind of people. Type of body intervention, human resource management intervention, strategic change invention. So this kind of intervention uh, we discussed. So different type of when you are making a change, you are making change in human resource. That means people. You are recruiting, you are appending, you are removing. That is a human resource strategic approach, strategic intervention. So you are making change in your strategy, in your business strategy. You are trying to introduce a new product. You're trying to introduce a new company, new office, in new location, new city. Human process intervention. You are making a process, techno-structural intervention. So you are making change in the structure. Technicality wise, you are bringing a change where you are implementing the new structure. Process intervention, you are introducing new process. That is process intervention. So these are the different type of intervention. You are changing the people, that is immersion. You are changing the process. You are changing the strategy. You are changing the technology. So almost it cover everything. But whatever changes you are bringing to the board. So mainly you are changing the it covers all these things: process, people, production, and technology. So in individual, in process, in human resource, what is the meaning? You are recruiting, you are appending, you are removing. Strategy, you are bringing the office is going to have a new office, new production unit. That is a big change in the company strategy. Process. Process means like what do you do, how you do. So maybe you are automating your process. Once you are reviewing something, you are not having any tools. You are only talking. You started using a tools. That is your review mechanism process. So these are the different organizational development and intervention. Okay, we have the last class today, so almost I have seen we covered everything in the syllabus. And after this class, I'll send the notes to have everything in place. And you go through it and let me know if you have any question on any topic, any chapter. So there are all the slide what we have discussed, what we have shown in the class. I'll share to you. I'll send in a WhatsApp group. Then you go through it. A total 60 plus 4 slide. I'll send it and let me know if you have any question. This is your last. Thank you.